everyone, your baby company, your dependable store for all your baby's needs. Welcome, dear viewers. Today we are here at the Dr. Jesus Delgado Memorial Hospital, and we are having our very first Facebook Live session entitled Dengue Q&A for Pregnant Women and Babies. So if you're pregnant, if you're a new parent, or if you already have kids, then definitely this session is for you. Today, dengue is a very pressing health concern, and I'm sure many of you have known a friend, a relative, a family member, or neighbor who have been infected with dengue. And we all know the difficulty parents go through if their kids, especially babies, have been diagnosed with this disease. For this reason, we as Baby Company have come up with today's session to help parents like you be informed of anything you have to know about this disease, the symptoms, primary intervention, or the first steps that you have to take when you think you're showing the signs of dengue, and of course, the prevention. Now, we are grateful to present to you our resource person for today. She is the current obstetrician gynecologist consultant of the Dr. Jesus Delgado Memorial Hospital, Metro North Medical Center, BT Maternity Hospital, Capital Medical Center, SDS Medical Center, and she's also the first-time mom unit consultant chair, first-time mom unit of the Dr. Jesus Delgado Memorial Hospital, and she's also a past medical director of St. Carlos Pharma Medicine under Trung Siam St. Carlos Medical Center at Patuman in Thailand. She has been a key resource doctor, speaker for numerous multinational and local pharmaceutical companies. And she's also a resource doctor of top medical talk shows like Salamat Doc, Alanong Kapatid, Radyo 5, and Pinoy MD. Let us all welcome our resource person, Dr. Marie Michelle Dado.
Hi everyone, this is Doc Mitch, and today let's talk about dengue. But before we start the Facebook Live, I'd like to thank Baby Company for hosting this session, and I'd also like to thank Dr. Jesus Delgado Memorial Hospital for allowing us to hold this session in the hospital premises. I'd like to give a shout out to the Super Mom Club, and then to all the mommies who are joining us today. So hi everyone. So this session will be divided into 3 parts. The first one, we will be discussing what dengue is all about. The second part, I will be answering all your questions. And the third part will be giving tips to avoid getting the infection. So let's start.
Okay, Doc, so what is dengue?
Okay, dengue is actually a viral illness that you get through mosquito bites. These mosquitoes usually are day-biting mosquitoes. So you usually get dengue during the day or during the 4 to 5 p.m. time. Okay, usually this is characterized by spontaneous onset of fever lasting for 2 to 7 days, accompanied by at least 2 of the following symptoms that I will be mentioning. First, headache, retroorbital pain or pain sa likod ng mata, body weakness, occasional vomiting, occasional diarrhea, muscle and joint pains, and then decrease in appetite and possible rashes.
So what are the dangers of dengue in infant and pregnant women? Is it any different?
Usually, actually, the manifestation of dengue is basically the same for everyone who gets infected with the disease. Although, pregnant women are a special case because dalawa na silang affected ngayon. Now, it really depends when the mommy will get the dengue infection and the manifestation in her baby.
So what are the first steps to take when one is showing signs of dengue?
Okay. Very important that when your baby actually starts to manifest fever or at least mga sinat-sinat, very important that you give paracetamol, make sure that he or she gets an ample rest, hydrate your baby. If your child can actually drink a lot of water already, then force your child to drink a lot of water. If he's still bottle feeding, then ganon din. Push for fluids. Definitely very important. Do tepid sponge bath. So, yung bimpo na basa, okay? So you do that. And then fifth, make sure that when he sleeps or he or she sleeps, use the mosquito net para hindi na siya nakakagat ng lamok.
So what happens to the baby inside the pregnant mommy if she gets dengue?
Alright. As I've said, the manifestation really depends on the time that the mommy gets infected. Now, if the mommy gets infected very far from term, meaning second trimester, basta below 28 weeks, then the chances of the baby developing dengue also is very little. Although, pwedeng i-pass on yung immunity. And if the baby gets the immunity of the mom from the previous dengue infection, pwede the first time that the baby gets infected, pwede na siyang mag-manifest ng hemorrhagic type of dengue. Okay, but if the mommy gets actually the infection near term or malapit na siya manganak, na pwede actually vertical transmission. So, when the baby is born, the baby can actually have rashes also or pwedeng bumababa din ang platelet. Okay, so monitoring is very important.
So how do we know if a pregnant mommy or an infant is already critical?
Right, okay. Critical period, there are different phases of dengue. The febrile stage, the critical period, and the convalescent stage are yun yung recovery phase already. Febrile period, yan yung nagfe-fever. 2 to 7 days, masasakit lang ang mga kasukasuan, nag-headache lang, okay? Medyo decrease ang appetite. And then the critical period is when the fever starts to go down. Okay? Pag bumaba na ang fever, meaning 37.8, 38, mababa na yan, or actually the temperature is less than 36, and then now she shows warning signs. Okay, what are the warning signs? Abdominal enlargement, kasi baka may tubig na sa tiyan, or what we call ascites. Difficulty in breathing. Okay, there are now more bleeding that you notice. Gum bleeding, nose bleeding. The baby's very, or the child or the adult is very, very flushed. Tapos it's either very restless na siya or tutulog-tulog na. These are some of the warning signs that you actually have to take note of.
So now, Doc, can you share with us any successful cases of a pregnant mommy or an infant who got diagnosed and then recovered well after the disease?
Alright, okay. So, this is something that all obstetricians don't want to encounter, diba? Magka-dengue ang buntis mong mommy. But I had one, and I'm lucky that my whole time of practice, I just had one patient who was diagnosed with dengue during her pregnancy and the second trimester. So we were fortunate enough that we just admitted her for 3 to 4 days, hydrated her, platelets did not drop very low, and then she finally delivered to a very healthy baby girl. But presently in the hospital, although this is not my case and I just heard it from my residents, there is a mommy now who gave birth, who actually had dengue near term, and she gave birth to her baby, and the baby had rashes also. So now they're monitoring both the mom and the baby for drop in platelet, and they're both hydrating the babies. But let's pray for the we're praying for the best, and so far naman mukhang okay naman silang dalawa. Hi again, this is Doc Mitch, and this time, let's answer some of your questions. I'm sorry, due to time constraint, I cannot answer everything that you're asking me, but we chose some of the more common questions, and so here, let's start. Number 1, do scented body wash or soap make you more prone to mosquito bites? Yes, because mosquitoes are actually very attracted to fruity and floral scents. So try to avoid that. Doon na lang kayo sa medyo unscented lotions. Okay, number 2, what can you initially do at home when you suspect that you have dengue? As I mentioned previously, tepid sponge bath, ample bed rest, hydrate, give paracetamol, and mosquito net. Okay, so now ano na naman tayo, balik tayo sa mga olden days na meron tayong mosquito net pag natutulog. Okay. Number 3, if you get dengue fever once, can you get it again? Yes, because there are 4 serostrains actually of dengue, so you can get it 4, 5, 6 times. But sana, I'm praying for all of you that you don't get it more than once. Okay? Number 4, who are the people who you can manage at home, and who are the people who need hospitalization? Okay, those people you can manage at home are those who can tolerate oral hydration. So yung kayang uminom ng tubig, hindi nagsusuka ng madalas, okay? Those who are actually who can urinate every 6 hours, yung hindi masyadong mataas yung temperature ng fever. But once actually masyado ng mataas ang fever or flush na ang skin ng patient, you have to bring her or him to the hospital. If she shows bleeding signs, bring him or her to the hospital. Or if hindi naman, very stable ang patient, kaya lang, okay, there are special indications. If the patient is elderly, if the patient is pregnant, if the patient is an infant, okay? These are special cases. Yung nagki-chemotherapy, yung maraming mga sakit-sakit like meron kidney problems and stuff na medyo complicated na. These are special cases na kailangan mas bantayan. So, bring them to the hospital. Or yung mga tao na walang magbabantay sa bahay. Okay? So, important na doon na lang sa hospital. Have the staff watch out for your relative. Okay. Next, if I am breastfeeding, can I actually breastfeed my baby? Yes, you can. What is the treatment for dengue? Unfortunately, there is no treatment for dengue. It is just basically managing the symptoms. And what do we do when we manage the symptoms? We just have to catch it early and hydrate the patient, okay? When we catch it early, we can actually beat dengue, okay? So always be one step ahead. Next, okay. Pag humupa po ba ang lagnat ng anak ko, ibig sabihin ba okay na siya? No. Okay, again, as I've said, there are 3 phases of dengue: febrile, critical, and convalescent or recovery stage. The critical is the most important stage wherein fever actually starts to go down, okay? When the fever starts to go down, what happens? The patient can either become better and within 48 to 72 hours, pwede na siyang i-discharge, or she can actually get worse. So the next 24 to 48 hours is very, very critical because actually the patient can die. I am very, very emotional about this because I had a niece who died of dengue last year, and she was actually one of the really bad cases na after the fever lies, within less than 48 hours, she died of a multiple organ failure. So I really want to talk about dengue and reach out to people na please, please, please don't let this happen to your family. Okay. Number 8, kailangan ko po bang pwedeng i-vaccinate ang baby ko? Vaccination is not recommended for patients who did not have dengue before. Okay, it is actually only recommended for patients who already had a previous infection of dengue. WHO is recommending vaccination from 5 to 16 years old. So kailangan may proof na nag-positive ka na ng dengue before, so you need an you need a dengue duo for that. And then last, is tawa-tawa effective? Mixed opinions about this, but there are doctors who don't like it because it can actually cause more problems. But it really, at the end of the day, it boils down to you going to your doctor, ask for advice, and your doctor knows best.
So Doc Mitch, having heard all this information and cases, what tips or advice would you recommend to our viewers on how to arm themselves?
Alright, very important that we work with our DOH. Okay, they have actually 2 projects now, the 4 o'clock habit or sabayang 4 o'clock habit para dengue get out. Okay, we are encouraging patients, or we're encouraging all people to go out at 4 o'clock in the afternoon to start cleaning your surroundings, find breeding spots of mosquitoes, and then start throwing away all the stagnant water. And then next, the 4S of the government. The first, yung search and destroy, which is parang 4 o'clock habit already. And then the next is the self-protective measures, wherein ang advice ko is you use the citronella lotions, or if you don't like the scent of the citronella lotions on your skin, you can actually use the patches. Yung mga nilalagay natin sa mga anak natin ng mga animal patches of citronella. But as adults, it's really fun if you go to the office or you go somewhere and you have a patch here. It's kind of funny, so you might as well put it under your dresses, under your pants, but when you walk, it emits the scent of citronella and you still are protected. Okay, you can actually also refrain from wearing dark clothes. I'm wearing black now, so but wala namang lamok dito sa hospital ngayon. So, but avoid wearing dark colored clothes, and you just wear lighter colored clothes that are loose fitting. Okay, decrease your intake. There is actually mixed studies about this, But there are some studies that have proven that people who drink a lot of alcohol are more prone to getting bitten by the mosquito. Okay, I know you will hate me for this because everybody likes to drink and it's a Friday afternoon now. So, gusto natin yung mga Friday nights, di ba, drinking sprees. But please, everything in moderation. I'm not saying remove, I'm just saying everything in moderation. When you drink alcohol, kasi you emit a lot of the scent that mosquitoes like. And also, when you drink alcohol, meron ding pollutant. Very, very high in salt. And that also actually increases mosquitoes loving you, biting you, diba? So, may moderation talaga lahat. Dietary moderation. Okay? Other tips, make sure that you hydrate yourself. If you feel like you have fever, and then you're not sure about what you're feeling, 2 to 3 days, you're not okay, please consult your doctor already, okay? And then the fourth step is if your barangay goes to your place and sees na may breeding grounds of mosquitoes, yun nga ang gagawin. If they need to do the fogging, please say yes to the fogging.
So what products can we use to prevent?
Okay, all right. I have a lot of products here beside me. Okay, and these are all available in Baby Company. We have the lotions, we have the, what else do we have? Patches, and we also have the mosquito nets and stuff. These are all available in Baby Company. You just go to their stores and then this can actually help you fight off dengue.
Do they need to take any vitamins or medicines?
Okay. As I've said, no specific treatment for dengue. You just need to make yourself very healthy, okay? If you're healthy, immune system is okay, then you can fight the disease better. So any vitamin will do actually. You ask your doctor, bottom line, you always ask your doctor about all these medications, and then at the end of the day, an improved immune system will lessen the complications.
And most importantly, Doc, who's the best doctor specialist to go to if you think you have dengue?
Okay. There's actually no specific doctor that is a specialist for dengue. Any doctor is trained to actually treat dengue. If the patient is a pediatric patient, then you go to your pediatrician. If the patient is an adult, you go to your internist. If the patient is pregnant, you can go to your obstetrician, and then we can actually manage you together with our friends, the internists.
Thank you very much, Doc Mitch. This has been a fantastic afternoon. Now invite our viewers to your channel and let them know how to contact you.
Alright, again, I'm Dr. Mitch Dado or Dr. Michelle Dado. You can actually follow me in my Facebook page, Pillow Talk with Doc Mitch Dado, or my YouTube channel, Doc Mitch Dado. And then I hold clinic also at the Dr. Jesus Delgado Memorial Hospital every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 11 to 1, room B4. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you again.